Hey everyone, welcome to the results video of the Vehicle Hack mini contest. Now the name already says it. In this contest every player had to do vehicle hack, and specifically they had to mix several kinds of vehicles on their trains. So you can actually see it on this coaster, for example. There's 3 different kinds of cars on it. I think it looks really cool. Yeah, you can actually do this with some external tools like Microsoft Visual Studio. But the easiest way to do this these days is by simply using the Ride Vehicle Editor plugin. Okay, I will now just go through all the parks. I will start with the one that got the lowest score, and I'll finish by announcing the winner of the round. Okay, in last place we had this entry from Doomspell. Doomspell made this very pink entry. Now I really like the way this looks, also with the pixel art here and all the candy and the very pink palette that was being used. Yeah, lots of candy being used here. The coaster, the layout looks a little bit extreme, but I like the vehicles that were used here. You can actually see these trains have one of these steeplechase horses in the front, followed by these wooden coaster cars. So yeah, it actually has some very high lateral G-forces. Yeah, probably caused by the lack of banking in this junior coaster track. So that's probably something that could be improved. Probably could have used some longer vehicles as well, and maybe just a little bit of a toned down layout. This is quite. This looks quite intense. But overall, I really like the theme that that was used here. Also, there's an interesting carousel here. Well, no merry-go around in this park. There's a log flume boat, a horse, wooden coaster car. Yeah, just lots of chaos can be found in this park. More pixel art here on the back. It's just the same thing. Okay, very nice entry from Doomspell. Again, very different from what we are used to see, and I really like that. Okay, here's the entry from Ricardo Wodo. Now, I had to actually give him a small point penalty because he didn't actually mix any vehicles on his coaster or on his ride. But he did follow my tutorial to make this little splash boat ride, which actually gets retracted back to the station. So it's always cool to see someone make use of one of my tutorials. Yeah, if you look underground, you can actually see another vehicle, which actually acts as well. It's just a little shoestring, and this coaster car will actually pull back this train back into the station. Yeah, if you want to see it in action, you should really download this entry for yourself from my Discord. Discord's completely free, and yeah, then you can just explore it, and take your time for it. Yeah, there's some nice gardens here. Big. Looks like a hotel or just a big structure here, and a little restaurant here. Just an entry that Ricardo Wodo very quickly made for this contest, but I enjoy it nonetheless. Really nice job. Okay, here's the entry from Brian 3D. He actually recreated a scene from a book, I believe, a book that he read. It was about a train that had 2 engines, and it pulled several cars, with some of them covered. So yeah, that's something that which the Ride Vehicle Editor is great for. You can just mix and match these trains as you want. You can change them around, move them forwards, backwards at will. So that way it's quite easy to add another engine to your train, but also to give it some covered cars like he did here. So yeah, I think he did a really nice job at it. So some roads here with some guests walking on it. Yeah, this looks like a very cozy theme. Also some extra engines stationed here. Here's a little train station with also a crossing. Yeah, a little building here. All this looks very, yeah, very nice. Although some of the parts, like this turnaround, is probably a little bit simplistic. And probably also the trees here. Yeah, they're all just on a row, in a row. Very irregular pattern. Probably would have been nice to have some quarter tile trees in here as well, and maybe some bushes here on the floor, just to yeah, make it look a little bit less regular. Overall, I think this was a really nice scene that he made. Okay, then we make quite a big jump in score. This is the entry from Lurker. He made this very colorful entry. Yeah, I think I've seen him build something in this style before. I really enjoy this style of his. Very colorful buildings with funky shapes. All these pipe pieces on the roofs as well. I think it's just really fun to look at. Also this coaster here in the middle, I think he also did a nice job on it. So it's a powered coaster, but he changed the front car into a rocket. I believe he had to actually switch some of these vehicles around in order to make sure that it still acts as a powered coaster. So that's I think that's a pretty clever trick. Yeah, overall, this is just also a nice and a quick entry that he made. I really enjoy the way this looks. Very nice park. Okay, here's an entry from a newcomer. Oh, I always like when a newcomer joins. This guy is known as Things on Tracks. And his story was it's a Vekoma Junior mine train. I believe that was the story. But yeah, it's just I think the layout of this mine train, this looks really good. He actually mixed the front car of one of these mine train coasters with these junior coaster vehicles. I think they mix really well. Also the layout of this ride is really nice. I also really like how he did all these red rock pieces here. Also with the mixed with this mine theme. It's all just mixes and matches really well. Also works together really well with these cactuses here. It's a nice little tunnel in the track. And he also did some trickery with the palette. There's some interesting colors in this palette. Lots of stuff changed. I think it works really well. I especially love this cube path color that he made with it in the end here. It almost looks like it's custom scenery, but it's actually just the normal blue path which has its colors changed by the palette. It just works really well. So yeah, definitely always nice to see a newcomer make an entry like this. Great work. Okay, here's the entry you saw in the beginning of the video. This is the entry from Kazulius. Now, I really enjoyed this entry. I love the colors that were used here. This color of blue always goes well with this sunset palette. It's one of my favorite palettes to use. And it's always nice to see someone use it. So here's a fun little coaster using 3 different cars on the train. All cars from Wacky Worlds, I believe. They're all shaped like animals. I think it's just really fun to watch. It's probably a powered launch. Yeah, that's it. So it's nice to see it travel through this little pirate town here. And of course there's also a really nice ship here. On the sea, SS Crocodile, and of course there's also a really nice swinging ship here in the middle. And he actually mixed the forwards and backwards roller coaster trains together on it. I think this works really well as a custom pirate ship. It's just really well done. And, it's just really fun to watch. Yeah, I think he did an amazing job here on this pirate ship. It's just really good. Not really sure why the front car doesn't fill up. It fills up now. Probably there weren't enough people in the queue. Alright, good that it does fill up now. So, a really lovely entry. I really enjoyed this. Great work from Kazulius. Okay, there's just 2 entries remaining. So as usual, I will just show the last 2 entries first. And after that I will reveal which one is the winner of this round. Okay, here's the entry from Enox. Now he made this really nice scene on a harbor. Actually the ride that he edited is this truck. So it actually uses the pickup truck vehicle, but it also uses some of these vehicles from the air-powered vertical coaster. And there's also a reverser coaster car. And it looks like it's carrying some trolleys with cargo. I think that that's just really fun to watch. I think it's a really nice vehicle hack that Enox performed here. Also, I really like all these vehicles that are parked here. It just looks like there's a big train with cars on it. Yeah, just a typical harbor scene. This this structure here is also really cool. It's like one of those vehicles that pick up these containers. That's just really cool. Also love this crane that he made here with all these track pieces and scenery pieces. Also, yeah, it pops out of the ground here. But it looks like it just picks up this crate from the ground and then it drops it into this boat here. The boat itself also looks really nice. So yeah, this is just a really cool entry. There's not actually any guests here, but the surroundings of the park, the realism, it's all just really nice to watch. I'm just starting to wonder if Inox actually works at the harbor. This is just all really well done. Great job. Okay, and then here's the final entry. This one's from Manticore. He made this big carousel here, which actually rotates in 2 directions on the ground floor. They rotate counterclockwise, and above that there's actually a suspended section which rotates clockwise. So yeah, bottom counterclockwise, top clockwise. I like how we used all these different kinds of vehicles here. This just makes this carousel really fun to watch. It's obviously just a big shoestring. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. It's just really nicely done. I can see there's also a funky palette being used because there's a pink or a purple tiger here. That's actually pretty funny. I believe it was Alice in Wonderland themed, something like that. So that's why the Cheshire cat comes in. Yeah, it's also fun watching these flamingos around the carousel, and of course the support structure of the carousel is just done in a really nice way. I'm not really sure how these cats would get in and out of these rides, but I think I can overlook that. A really nice job from Manticore. Okay, now it's time to reveal who is the winner of the mini vehicle hack contest, Manticore or Inox. The winner of the mini vehicle hack contest is Manticore. Did I throw you off with a quick drum roll? Anyway, yeah, really nice job from Manticore. There were some really nice entries in this round. I just loved the top 3 in particular, but the other entries were also really nice. So yeah, great thanks to every player who joined in this contest. And we'll start a new mini contest soon. It'll be a fun one, I promise. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope to see many of you join in the next contest. And I'll see you again in the next one. See you later.